Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another installment of Scott's Tennis Selections here for Monday, July 1st. I know it's been a while since we've ended up making one of these videos, but Wimbledon is finally upon us, and I wasn't really a big fan of anything on the first day of the card, but I do see some value on one particular matchup, and I will be giving that to you right now. And that match is going to be between Taylor Fritz, the American, versus Tomas Berdych, as that match will be taking place at roughly 9:15 Eastern Time tomorrow morning. And in this match, we actually like the American here, and we're going to be taking him at -1.5 sets, which is available at -125 on Bovada. If set wagering is not available for you, I'd recommend taking the -3, give or take, somewhere along those lines. But Berdych is typically a good server, so I think that match will be close, and I think the spread could be a little bit more concerning. But at the end of the day, I think Fritz will dominate the pace of play, and I think he will win this match relatively easily. Berdych, for some of you who follow tennis, has been one of the most underrated players on the tour for pretty much his entire career, as he's been unable to, escape the shadows of the Federers and the Nadals of the world, as he has not won a major in his career. However, despite his past success, we're actually going to be fading him because of his infrequency in which he has actually played matches. He's only played 4 matches since the end of February, and including that, he played 2 exhibition grass matches last week in the Boodles against Batista Agut and against Shapovalov. Before that, he had not competed since March. And the main reason why he has not been competing, as you might have been able to guess, is due to injury. And in a quote yesterday that he had in an interview, he said, quote, I'm talking about Berdych here, said, quote, "This may be my last Wimbledon," end quote. He's been dealing with some hip issues since February, and he's not sure about whether or not he will be continuing to play moving forward, but he's definitely not at 100%. That doesn't sound like the quote of somebody who's at 100% when you're already contemplating retirement and you haven't even played the first round match. Meanwhile, Fritz has actually been on a very solid run on grass. He just won a championship on grass, actually, in Eastbourne, as he was able to defeat Sam Querrey in the final of that, and that happened roughly 3 days ago. So you have a younger, more fit version of a player in Fritz here, and Berdych is old, and he's also dealing with serious hip issues that will probably lead to his retirement at some point. So you have a guy who's on fire, who just won a tournament, against a player who is probably looking at the last time he's ever going to be stepping foot on Wimbledon. So for that reason, we like Fritz here. I understand why the money line is relatively close, and that is because of the fact that Berdych is still a very big name. But at the same point, I think it speaks volumes that Fritz is a -220 favorite of somebody with Berdych's caliber on grass in past events. So I would not be surprised to see Berdych potentially retire here. But since it's his last Wimbledon, I think he'll try to give it all he has, and I think he'll get through the match. But that doesn't change the fact that Fritz is still in great form, and he has actually played very well on grass so far this season. So the play of the day for tennis for July 1st will be on Taylor Fritz, -1.5 sets against Tomas Berdych, and that is available at -125 on Bovada. With that being said, that's going to do it for this installment of Scott's Tennis Selections here for Monday, July 1st, and I look forward to bringing you more content tomorrow. Bye, everyone, and good luck to all of you and your expected plays today. Bye, everyone.